Welcome to 1 week tutorial how to solve a Rubik's Cube. First, find the yellow side on the cube. And once you've found the yellow side, hold it on top. Then you want to find an edge that has white on it. Edges have 2 colours, corners have 3. Now what we want to do is we want to move this white edge up to the yellow side. This one is easy because it can just be moved up in one move. Then we want to try to find another one. For example, this one. This one's also easy as it can just be moved up in one move. This one is slightly harder because if you move it up in one move, it moves this one out of the way. We don't really care what order they are up here, so we can move it round and then move this one up. Try to put all of the white edges round the yellow center to make a daisy shape. Try that by yourself intuitively, and if you can't, well then come back to the video. If you're finding it difficult, or have one tricky one that you can't seem to get in without moving things away, move the top 2 layers round to get the last edge under the last spot where it needs to go. Turn the front face, and now we can move it up in one, but that again knocks this one out of the way. So we need to move the top layer around so we can put it in freely, and you've made the white daisy. Then pick an edge piece in your daisy, for example this one, and look at the colour that isn't white. I have orange here, so rotate the bottom 2 until you match it up with its correct colour. Then do a double move to put it in the correct spot. Now we've solved our first piece. Move to the next edge, turning the bottom 2 layers to match up the colours, and then doing a double move to put it into the right spot. Repeat that with all 4 edges, and we've completed the white cross. Okay, so the next thing you want to do once you've finished your white cross from yesterday is you want to find a corner, ideally in the top layer, that has white on it. If you remember from yesterday, edges have 2 colours and corners have 3. So once you've found your corner, look at the other 2 colours. For me I have green and orange, and you want to put it above those 2 colours. Right now it's red and green, but I want green and orange. So look around the cube, try to find green and orange. I found it here, and you want to put the corner, which is over here, above the 2 centres. So we're going to move the top layer around, and now we've got the corner above the 2 centres. Now as you can see, I'm holding the cube at an angle, but what you want to do is hold it so a side is facing straight ahead to you. Now you want white to be on the side, so you can't see it if you're looking straight on. Then you can do one of 2 sequences of moves. If white is on the left hand side, you'll use your left hand to go up to the right, and then down and back to the left. And then you've put corner in the right spot. Once you've done that, you can look around the cube for another corner. We have this one here, green and red. Now we need to find green and red. Here it is. Now we need to move the corner above the centres. Now since the white on this corner is facing up, it doesn't matter which side we hold it on. I'm going to hold it on the right side just because it's easier. And you're going to repeat the algorithm that we've just done 3 times. And there we go, the corner is in the right spot. Repeat this for all 4 corners on the cube. Now I've reached my last corner. I've realised I haven't done one where white is on the right, so I'm going to show you what to do if white is on the right. So you use your right hand for this algorithm, you go up, to the left, down to the right. And there we go, we've completed a full layer of pieces around the cube. So the first thing you want to do once you finish the first layer is to find an edge piece in the top layer, it's 2 colours, that doesn't have yellow on it. So this piece would be wrong, this piece would be wrong, but this piece would be good. Look at the front colour, so the colour that's not on the top layer. For me I have blue, so I'm going to match it up like that. Then find where the piece needs to go. I have blue and orange, so it will go between blue and orange. Then move it away from where it needs to go, and then do the algorithm that we did for the corners on the same hand of the side where it needs to go. So for me it would be the left hand version, so up to the right, down to the left. Then we want to rotate the cube the same way that the spot it needs to go is. So mine's on the left, so I'm going to rotate to the left. And we're going to do the algorithm with the opposite hand. So for me, this is with the right hand, goes up to the left, down to the right. And repeat this around the cube. So find an edge in the top layer that doesn't have yellow on it. For me I have red and blue. And then match up the front colour. Move it away from where it needs to go. Do the algorithm on the same side as where it needs to go. Rotate in that direction. Do the algorithm on the other hand. There we go, the piece is in. We've got 2 pieces in the middle layer in. Repeat that for every edge on the cube. If you run into a situation where all the edges on the top layer have yellow on them, then the edges you need will be in the middle layer. For this, you can just pretend that an edge in the top layer needs to go there, and just do what you would do to get the edge into there for that edge, and that will take this edge out, and then you can put it in correctly later. So for this one I'm putting this here, so you move it away, same side algorithm, rotate that way, same side algorithm. Now the edge is out, so we can just repeat the process for this edge and then the remaining edges. And there we go, the middle layer of the Rubik's Cube is done. So once you've finished the middle layer of your cube, you should have a look at what shape you have on the top. Now there are actually 3 shapes you can have. You can have a line, which we have here, a sort of like R shape, or you can have a dot. Now we're going to go through each of these cases individually. So if you have a line, you want to hold it horizontally, like this. And then what you want to do is you want to turn the front face round once clockwise, and then do the algorithm with your right hand. Up to the left, down to the right, and turn the front face back. And you've made the yellow cross. Now, if you have a sort of like an L shape, or it looks like an R, you want to get it so that it looks like an R shape. And this time, you want to do, instead of doing the front face round, you want to do the front 2 faces round. And then do the algorithm with your right hand. Up to the left, down to the right. And then the front 2 layers back. And you've done the yellow cross. Now, if you have a dot and none of the edges are flipped the right way, you can do either of the algorithms, and that will give you a different case to try. I'm going to do the line. Let's do the line. So, front, up to the left, down to the right, front back, and have a look at what that's given you. For me, that's given me the R, so do the front 2 layers, up to the left, down to the right, front 2 layers back, and you've done the yellow cross. So once you've made the cross on the top layer, you want to have a look to see how many of the edges are paired up with their centres. For me, I have 1, and I'm going to turn the top layer, and then look around again. You want to keep doing this until you have 2 correct. So here again I have only 1. Here I have 1, 2, and only 2. So I have 2 correct and 2 wrong. And if you have a look, the green one needs to go there and the red one needs to go there. So they just need to switch. So you want to hold the ones that are wrong on the front and on the left, and then do a new algorithm. You want to go up with your right hand, 1, down, 1, up, 1, 2, and then down, and then do another top move. And there you go, all the edges are in the right spot. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look around the cube on the top layer for any corner that's between the right 2 centres. So this one, green and red, between orange and blue, is not right. This one, blue and orange, between blue and red, is not right. This one, between red and blue, between red and green, is not right. And this one, between orange and green, is between green and orange, so it is right. And you want to hold that on the right hand side. And we're going to go up, up, down, down. But we want to keep being able to see this corner. So the first move is up, like this. So we're going to move it out of the way, come up, move it out of the way again, come up, out of the way again, come down, out of the way again, come down. Then we want to check the corners again. Are they between the right centres? I'll give you a couple of seconds to work it out. And the answer at the moment is no, so we're going to do the algorithm again. Move it out of the way, up, out of the way, up, out of the way, down, out of the way, down. Now we can look around the cube again, see if the other corners are in the right position. Give you a few moments to work it out. And the answer at the moment is yes, so we've put all 4 corners in the right spot. If you look around the cube and can't find any corner that's in the right position, pick any corner, for example this one, and just do the algorithm with this one. Away, up, away, up, away, down, away, down. And then look around the cube again and there should be one that is in the right spot. Then do the algorithm again, and then look around to see if the others are in the right spots. And repeat that until all of the corners are in the right spot. So once you have every corner between its correct centre, you want to turn the cube upside down, and you want to make sure that a corner that doesn't have yellow on the top, so it isn't twisted around the right way, is in the bottom right hand slot. And what you're going to do is you're going to repeat the algorithm with your right hand. So that's up, to the left, down, to the right, up, to the left, down, to the right. And you're going to repeat this until the corner is in the correct way round. And now it is in the correct way round, but if you remember if you go back and watch the video, you'll see that we didn't finish the algorithm. You need to do the last move. Okay? If you don't do the last move, it will mess up the whole cube again. Now it does look like we've messed it up at the moment, but trust the process. So we're going to move on to the next one, but we don't want to rotate. We want to move the bottom layer around. If you rotate, it will mess up the whole cube. So repeat doing up the left, down to the right, until every corner has yellow on the bottom. Up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, down to the right. Next one, up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, down to the right. Last one, final corner, up to the left, down to the right, up, left, down to the right. And you'll be one or two moves away, and you have solved the Rubik's Cube.